Let me look to make sure. Want to try to have us some fun today. Let's see. Go to my channel. Channel. Let me look to make sure. Okay, that's great. That is great. Great. Want to try to have us some fun today. All right, that is great. Bam, there's DJ. If you want to see what's going on, go to the channel.
Oh boy. You mean what's going on?
Yeah, if you wanna know what's going on, go to the channel.
Okay, am I looking at this straight? You are sharing the. Hold up, let me see.
It looks good. I think it looks good.
Oh, let me mute that because I wanted to see it in motion.
I want to make sure your audio is good too.
Oh, okay. So, great. You are sharing the.
Yeah, your audio is good. All right, so be good money.
Wow, that is unexpected.
Yeah, I kind of. I'm waiting for Pooh to get here. Oh, there he is. Pooh, what's going on?
Going good.
If you want to see what's going on, go to my channel. I got it already set up. I got it different from what we normally do.
Twitch or
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still not multi-streaming. I take it.
No, I'm almost to the point where I'm about to get rid of the multi-streaming. I have my reasons.
Okay, well, there's more multi-streaming for me.
What's it the same?
One thing I do need to find out, where in the hell... Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me see.
Nice. I like the setup.
Appreciate it.
See, I was thinking of doing something similar like that. Just copy it all
the chat
over.
is working right there, so that's good. I wanted to see that, make sure that works.
That's pretty cool. You got the ticker from the NFL Network up there. That's pretty
don't
cool.
tell them that. We can get flagged. No, they can't. I took all the logos away, so they can't see nothing. If Bucky Brooks want to get mad, he can have that. But I took all the logos out. They won't know.
All right, well.
I wanted to have it where it was scrolling, but the way it was scrolling was kind of weird, so I didn't want to do it that way. I mean, I still can do it because I don't know if they're going to change it by the time the draft starts. So that's why I just went with what I know what they're going to have. They're going to have this. If not, I could change it. But I wanted to have it scrolling between the first logo and the second logo because I want to show it to you guys how I got it. And do a little bit of inside baseball, show you guys. See, I can drop it and see how I got the little chat right there. I can have all the text scroll between here and there, but I didn't know if they were going to keep it or not. So what I did, I just kept that instead.
Gotcha.
I gotcha. So I was thinking of doing something similar, but not to that extent on my end. Because I felt like, okay, let me hurry up and hop in this so that way I could do my own little setup with how this would go.
Yeah,
I was going to have the
go ahead.
YouTube section. I was going to have the YouTube comments, or the image comments. I was going to have it where the YouTube comments be at the bottom because I got to where it horizontally scrolls.
Right.
I was going to have it like that, and then I would have the image chat at the right. I'll have the image chat at the right, and then after that, I would have the draft one at the top.
Okay, I got you.
So that was the plan I had in mind. Let me see if I could execute that now.
Yeah, I mean, because you're dual streaming, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll let people know what we're doing over here.
Okay, let's see. I know on the StreamYard side it's not saying that we're live, but we're actually live.
Yeah, because I'm straight through OBS. No, I'm straight through OBS.
That's what I thought. That was going to be the only logical way to do it anyway.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do it with that, but the ticker, it can't update itself, and I didn't feel like going through that. So what I did was I tried to find a custom ticker that can follow what is said on another screen, and I couldn't find one. Like, say for instance, if I wanted to use a regular ticker from a sports channel, and I could use a custom one that just follows exactly what that says. Right. I'm surprised nobody made that yet. But
I'm surprised either.
Yeah, but they haven't done that because that was the initial plan, and I was going to put that on as a window on StreamYard, but they didn't do it, so I went the second route.
All right, you got the NFL Network one. I'm gonna have to get the ESPN one because I don't have the NFL Network.
No, go ahead and do it. I want you to, because the reason why I say that, because if they have something over there that we don't, we'll find out like any news or whatever, so you would know. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're watching ESPN,
Right.
because I got so much stuff up, I don't know what I'm gonna be. Yeah, I damn near have to use I almost have to use a fourth monitor. That's how bad it is. It's like I got a whole goddamn setup up here.
Yeah, Bill just says he's coming. His computer updated.
Yeah, I got his information on the phone that just popped up.
Okay. I'm sitting there watching Archer. Been watching, going through that show all over again. Still funny. Still funny and still raunchy as hell.
Yeah, so I mean, before the draft starts, we got a whole hour, so this could be a good time to just talk about stuff that has happened that's not necessarily draft related. I know the whole thing with
Aaron
Rodgers, and then you got the whole thing with Maximum Football.
Yeah, that was.
What happened with that?
We'll get into it in a second.
Gone.
Yeah, they're gone. The whole company is done. Not just the game. The company is gone. They're selling their tech to somebody though. They're trying to sell it, but the company itself is gone. There's not going to be a Maximum 2021.
Damn, rip.
Yeah, they I think he said something about the developer or he was in the hospital or something like that, or he.
Well, that was one of the things, but
yeah, it was a lot of other stuff too.
But according to SGO, he was saying that David Winters pretty much there was a multitude of reasons, and of course one of them was that time in the hospital. But we could pretty much surmise the rest.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game itself had a space for gaming because it had something that no other game had. Everybody always leans on the college football aspect of it, but it had 3 other leagues in it. But when you just have a situation where you don't have a big manpower, and then on top of that, the game is going to the game is going to next gen. I mean, they're basically going to have to try to build a team from the ground up or build a game from the ground up. Because it's just not going to be a good look having the same looking game on another console or on a powerful console.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're not trying to do all that. So.
Yeah, it's just going to be too expensive. You know what I mean? It's just going to be too expensive. So, I mean, I get it. I never really thought about it because at the end of the day, I just thought that they were going to be able to move on and move up to the next generation, because I thought that was in their budget or whatever. But apparently not. They just don't have it.
Yeah, that. As far as their tech, who honestly, of like as good as for the base stuff that it had, who would want their tech?
Yeah, that's a good question. I have no idea.
Nobody.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I just have no idea.
Everybody's looking at Maximum Football, and it's like the concept of what they were trying to do was great, but you go to their tech, and it's like,
right.
I'm like, we'll take the physics, but that's it. But anyone had, I think every sports engine has physics in it to be programmed properly. It's just they took the time to make sure that was the base aspect of their programming.
Right.
So it's pretty much like Backbreaker. Like Backbreaker made real time physics the main thing in the game.
They must have updated YouTube.
Well, what happened?
Because you can't. Hold on, never mind. I got it. Never mind. I got it. We're good. They changed it to where you can use the resolution. You can pick the resolution that's the base resolution. Let's say if you want to watch it in 360p or whatever, but you can pick a low or higher quality of 360p.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, I was looking at it like, wait a minute. Complimentary as do you feel better, DJ?
It's almost like a complete 180 from the last few hours of yesterday.
Hold on, let me see something. Let me see.
Which is kind of crazy, and not. How come I didn't see?
Yeah, that's somebody. I'm about to see
I
it.
see it.
There it is.
Yeah,
okay, there it goes.
But yeah, it's funny because it's like, as everyone know, I postponed my normal episode, which is going to be on Friday, or tomorrow at 8 p.m. And actually, I think it was a blessing in disguise because I got some new info. No, more insightful info on part of that plot for Mortal Kombat. Kind of changes everything for me,
Okay.
and it was kind of in front of my face. But um, yeah, it was just crazy. I woke up this morning and I'm like, I woke up at like 10 and then like slept for another hour, woke back up, and it was just like, oh, damn, gone. Like all the symptoms, all the side effects, gone.
That's good.
So I'm like, for now, I had taken a combination, like kind of back to back Tylenol and Advil. Not saying that's the solver of things, but definitely helped.
Right.
So I was able to sleep, and I don't even know how long I slept for. But now it's just playing it safe for Sunday when I play in those games. I don't know if I'm gonna do the doubleheader. I would just do one game because
Right.
we have a doubleheader planned on Sunday.
Lil Uzi
So,
Vert says, "I'm so sad. Don't leave me, Aaron." He said, but I also
oh,
want to win a Super Bowl. And we're going to get into that in a second because, we're just hanging out right now before we go official. That's why I wanted to start an hour ahead because, get more people more acclimated to what we're doing over here and just getting things up and running. But for the most part, we're going to get into that probably maybe the next 15, 20 minutes. I'm just making sure because this is a whole different setup that I was doing. I didn't know how this was going to work. So I really wanted to try to get this up and running.
yeah, and everybody that's here, let us know how it looks. Like, give us some feedback. I'm like, that's kind of, even though we all have jobs, we're here to entertain you guys, but also at the same time, you guys are there to give us feedback.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see something real quick. Oh, close that. Okay.
I'm like, that's kind of, even though we all have jobs, we're here to
I got
into Road to the Show a bit.
Hold on one second, DJ.
Well, if Pooh's listening, I'll just
Yeah, I'm
go
listening.
ahead.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just trying to make sure there's no feed. Y'all don't hear any feedback on the actual live stream if y'all hearing it, do y'all?
Kind of. Oh, I have it on Who's mute. Listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
No. Oh, you good? Okay, you don't hear anything. Okay, that's what I was worried about. I'm sorry, DJ. I just didn't want to hear like all of us double talking or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Because like I said, I have the actual like website on mute, so I wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, because see what it is like if I hear it through my earphones, I didn't want it to bleed through my earphones to hit the mic, and then it'd be double talk. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was looking to make sure, but because I still have to hear y'all. But if I hear y'all, the mic could catch it. But as of right now, it seems like it's pretty good. So give me 1 second. You can tell them about Road to the Show. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So yeah, I got into Road to the Show a little bit. I think we're approaching the end of May. It's just the amount of games you can just pull off back to back to back is crazy. So right now, I think my player just hit a bump in the road. Now I'm going through this slump where my batting average went from 462 to 311, and it may have dropped even further after these last bunch of games. But there were some issues that popped up while playing, and it primarily went into how my player is set up and stuff like that. Now I know that you can gear up your player and stuff like that, but each time I felt like I had my person set, all of a sudden he would show up with one batting glove when I clearly set him up to have two batting gloves. Had to go back and change that, and then a couple of games later it would revert back. And I'm sitting there like, don't tell me it's the servers all over again. And I said it on Tuesday about the servers. Or I said it on Thursday. Well, I didn't say it on Thursday because I ain't at the game. But on Tuesday, I mentioned the servers, and yeah, I don't know what it is. That was fun to show, by the way. If anybody heard that gunshot, that was the sound effect from what I'm watching Archer in the background. So, oh wow, we can't even bring Bills in. He's
Why
there.
not? Oh right, because VF.
Yeah,
Damn.
Damn. Come on, get in the game.
Damn, I'm about to say because like I'm not done yet with my setup. I'm focused on that right now. Like that's my
I
objective.
can tell.
Yeah, you can tell by the way how my head is. I'm looking at the right side of my screen.
Pooh, that did not sound right. But I'm just saying, you had this frozen look on your face. That's how I know you were focused. So, but also kind of listening at the same time. So you kind of made me feel like I was talking to myself. But I have the people in the audience to back me up. I know you guys are listening.
Don't do that.
Because these people, they're up here on the panel. They don't have to listen to me, but y'all listen. Y'all know what's up.
Don't do that to me.
Shoot, that's what your team does that to you.
Yeah, pretty much considering. Yeah, pretty fucking much considering that report I fucking saw, and I'm not too thrilled about it. But
damn, EDP when we get the Junior, come on.
No, don't do that to that man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
Because he force-fed them curse words. Just a second, because at first he had a clean version.
Bro,
then he folded. He doubled back. I was like, the fuck? I was like, what?
Before I get.
Okay, go ahead.
Before I get to any football shit, Pooh, don't ever talk about how your head is again, bro. You don't give a fuck.
Okay, good. Then move on.
That was
next.
a pause moment that I wasn't in here for.
Okay, good.
I
Next.
wasn't in here for it, but I had to put it in the chat.
Next.
How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
We're good. I'm good.
That's how I feel when I'm flipping through the teams and I go by the Eagles. I say next. I ain't picking them up.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel.
That's what I say.
Next.
Now,
am I supposed to be offended by that?
That's what I'm about to say.
Slightly, yes.
Well, it can't be because he follows the Buccaneers.
Yeah, he's
bad. Lil Uzi Vert. MLB The Show is not available on PC. What's going on, Neff? Good to see you. No,
somebody asked that question.
Yeah, was MLB The Show available for PC?
We're live. So all the Pooh shenanigans was caught on video. So.
Oh. All right. Since a bit of people are here, welcome to the First and Framerates NFL Draft Special. We're gonna be covering the first round, talking about all this other good stuff that's going on in the draft. We're gonna have our own commentary. It's a lot of stuff that we want to cover. So before we get to the actual draft that starts at 8, it's a few topics we want to talk about. The Aaron Rodgers thing is kind of new. It kind of ties into the draft because we still don't know how that's going to happen, but that's going to be talked about. Also, we're going to talk about Maximum Football. That company is no more. Not just the game. The game is not canceled. The game is not delayed. The entire company is kaput. It is done. It is shut down. There's not going to be any more anything that goes along with the company. So that's what we're dealing with on that end. So, DJ, since you're the one that pretty much broke the story to everybody over here on First and Framerates, give us your thoughts about the Maximum Football situation.
Well, just to let everybody know and be clear, I know you didn't say it that way, but I want to just clear this up. This SGO broke that.
Yeah, I know they did. Just said that's why I said you broke it here for us. That's what I said.
So I just wanted to add more context to it. So basically, it came from SGO. Shout out to him and watching his video. But my thoughts on it was, you kind of could see it coming. They did go radio silent, and we kind of know why they went radio silent as far as, somebody, their main person, David Winters, being hospitalized throughout the possible important moments, like when you're trying to update the game and stuff like that. And I remember I don't know, in passing or during past episodes, we've even asked or even mentioned of these indie games going radio silent during the cycle. So, right. And we kind of knew that they weren't going to generate enough money to be able to make another one. I think they were taking losses each time they made a game, and then with the fact that EA is now back, it's like, okay, we did our job, we filled in, and here you go.
I will say this. I think they would have been okay if there wasn't a next gen console coming through. I think that's one of the things that kind of killed them. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there's a definite they would have came out with another game, but I think it would have been a lot easier on them because they would have caught more, problems trying to put their game on next gen because you're looking at two situations. Even though a lot of people still have the consoles, nobody's going to be checking for those games if they're still being put out on, the same, console. They would want to see an updated version of it. If they find out the game looks almost the same as the last one with these new consoles out, I don't think it's going to create enough buzz for them to progress as, because every game you make, you want to sell more than the last one. I don't think they'll be able to progress to do anything like that. So I think I think they would have, but I think it would have been an uphill battle. This next gen thing pretty much killed them. That's in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's because even if the bro was sick, if he wasn't sick and he wasn't in the hospital, it would have just been a more of an uphill battle because you got to put a lot of work in just to have your game up to date for a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series. You can't. You just can't come out with the same looking game and saying that, hey, it's on the new console. People gonna be like, as soon as they see the pictures of the game, nobody's buying that shit. Bills, what are your thoughts about this?
They were operating on borrowed time, so I'm not really surprised by this. They had a hard time even picking a lane in the first place. They wanted to put the college football shit in there to kind of pander to people, but then they got the CFL shit in there too. It's like. They didn't know what they were doing. Now that EA came back and just cemented what was already going to happen if any big-time company came and made a game. That's what happened.
Guess who just...
LT is stupid. LT said, I bet Damon Grohl can make a game on the PS5, no problem. Yeah, he really can. He probably can.
Yeah, he can make an imaginary game on
That's what
PS5.
I'm saying. Like, he probably can. Like, imaginary bullshit.
That's funny. There used to be a company called Imaginary Games Network. I wonder if he's the head of that company.
He probably is. Go check his what is it? What is the thing that they call the
Damon Grohl at Hennessy.com?
What's the thing? Is it not Indeed, but what is it? The thing you check their resume.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Right?
Go check their LinkedIn. Yeah,
so Lil Uzi said random thing, but EA needs to add first person in Madden. I'm trying to see through the helmet. Let me tell you something. If you want to see suction first person,
whoa, you
better find a hooker.
There you go.
I'll keep that in mind.
You want
Look at
you don't need it on Madden. You don't need it on Madden. Hey, you don't need it on Madden. You can find it elsewhere.
Yeah, like Pornhub. You can go find suction first person on Pornhub. Straight up, there you go. Suction first person.
Better buy a VR set and use your damn imagination.
VF, I thought you found that in Pelican Man.
Well, I have no idea what Pelican Man does.
Well, Pelican Man's out here. He's trying to make ends meet while somebody makes.
He definitely is making ends meet. Someone somewhere right now is like, I'm never watching this shit again.
So,
already.
So, Spec Pooh, what you think about this whole maximum football thing?
I don't care. I mean, like, I can't put it no more blunter than that. I mean, it's like what y'all said. The minute NCAA football announced that the minute EA announced they're going to bring back NCAA, I'm like, okay, well, so much for that. On to the next game.
Hey, my thing is,
any major company, really, right? I mean,
whoa.
Yeah. My thing is, I always try to see the good in the game. The game had promise, but like I said, when you just don't have the budget. I mean, you can be an indie game and you can have the biggest budget in the world and you'll be fine. But if you just don't have the budget, you're really skating on thin ice. And I mean, when you have like I said, if not just a situation, if the person who runs the company had to back out, what if he had some of his developers or whoever else was helping him make the game? What if they back out and have to do something else? What if the fee of the put the game on a console goes up? It's so many small things that goes into. What if you have to do a patch that you have to put in the game that you didn't know about until you put it on the game? That one patch right there could probably break you because you're a small indie developer. So it's just so much that you have to deal with when you are one of those type of companies. You're gonna have to be somewhat like what's that game, that platformer? That indie game that is out for a while now, been on the Nintendo Shantae. You have to be like one of those type of indie games that really want to make an indie game, but you have a pretty big budget to cover anything that comes through. Your vision is just to be one of those type of games. So
but that's why I said they're operating on borrowed time. Because, I mean, well, they were operating on borrowed time because it's almost like Titanfall. Yeah, until a big budget company came and stole your fucking idea, and then all of a sudden everybody was doing the futuristic jumping around shit. Call of Duty made like 3 games with it. Yeah, y'all were the only people in the market, so of course y'all look great, right? Oh, Titanfall, and then Call of Duty came and put out Advanced Warfare, whichever one it was, and that was the end of Titanfall as we know it. I mean, 2 was a great game. Nobody really cared.
Yeah, I mean, you also think about like how these other games, you look at like a Killing Floor or whatever, that which was basically built off of a mod, and if you just don't have that buzz where people can continually support or just continually want to buy your game, you're going to have that type of situation to the point where it's like, well, there's no revenue coming in, so I can't continue this. Now they're already talking about possibly making a third game and or just continuously to build on Killing Floor 2. It's like you're really skating when you are on you're really skating when you're on an indie budget or you're just doing an indie game. So that's just one of the things that you just have to really worry about when you do those type of games. I wasn't surprised at the end of the day. I just didn't know it was going to end like this. I thought they was going to try to make an attempt on the next gen, and after that one game, that was going to be it. I didn't see this having a long future because at the time when Maximum first came out, we really didn't even know the PS5 or Xbox Series is coming out, so I had no idea. But once the new consoles came out, I thought Dim, Axis, isn't there another game that was out recently? It was just Dim and Axis, wasn't it?
There's
one
that's on Steam right now, but they're
not this type of game though. Yeah, Lil Uzi, we're not going to be live streaming the first round like per se. I mean, we don't want to get flagged or nothing because, the NFL is really particular about that. It's not like Sony or something. Sony will let you get away with it if you're trying to live stream one of their state of plays or something like that. NFL
and that's funny that actually took place today for about almost a half an hour.
Really?
And from what I skimmed through, because I wasn't going to watch it, I didn't expect anything. It looks like you didn't get anything out of it. So just
yeah. I mean, of course it wouldn't be much. There was only like 3 games. There's only 3 games that really showed off, didn't they?
And the main event was Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
It's like welcome to State of Play. We have no PS5s. Good night.
Pretty much. That sounds about right. So the fact that Maximum Football is dead, I am representing. I am wearing the shirt. I did buy a shirt, so I got a piece of history a little bit, I guess. Probably some trash history, but I got something. So but the flip side of that, before we get to Aaron Rodgers, they had the potential to be something really special, because I know me and DJ talked about this a while back, where if the CFL and XFL actually merged, they could have had a pretty decent game on their hands of something that nobody was doing. But now it's like
But the issue would have been, I think we talked about this on the stream or on the podcast. Eventually, if they got that contract, they probably would have had to outsource like Golf Club did to get 2K or something.
I wouldn't be surprised at that, and I wouldn't have had a problem with that. My main thing is I don't care who necessarily makes the game. I would like to have the game. Like it would have been dope to have an XFL football game. And if the CFL and the XFL was going to merge, that's probably like the closest that we was going to get until they died off.
But if you like the direction of Maximum, that might not have been such good news, because that companies that buy the license or that platform have a tendency to have their hand in how you're making your game sometimes. Now, it didn't happen with Golf Club, but it could easily happen with a football game where there's a lot more riding on it.
I ain't gonna lie. That game could have used some hands in it, though.
It could have, but I mean...
It really could have. It could have used some hands in it, to be honest.
Like when catching
kind
the football.
Of an unknown, but it's kind of an unknown as far as like what football people are still around 2K. Like, that would be the issue. It's like, you're going to have basketball dudes trying to consult them on how to make a football game just because y'all bought the the maximum franchise, so to speak. I don't know.
Well, I mean
that
is true. It's a lot that goes into it because this is one thing I said about if 2K comes back with a football game, they need to bring some football people in because we're all sitting here thinking, oh, everything's gonna be peaches and cream. But you got to understand, those people who made the last football games been gone for almost 13, 14 years. I doubt if they've been sitting around the entire time.
Yeah, you know that's the thing. That's the thing. Again, I'm just adding on to this, and it's just like that's what I've been telling people. Every time somebody's like 2K needs to, like when it's only 2K is the only ones. Yes, you have fond memories of 2K5, 2K8. Yes, we get it, but that was the last time they, like you said seconds ago, that was the last time they really were into making football games. Don't know if you bring them back or bring new people that are going to be that and have to learn that they have some understanding of football, trying to program it for current engines, current next gen, and stuff like that.
And that's the thing, if those dudes aren't in the industry, you think they're sitting around just looking at new tech, learning it? Fucking no.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Enjoying time with their family, or they're on to another walk of their life so far removed from...
If you're into the industry, you'll always stay abreast of new information. It's just like personal,
abreast.
Whatever. It's just, and I said it because I knew CF would jump abreast over that, so it's tracked. Anyway, but
well, I mean, if cute Miss Ladybug was here, it'd be two breasts. Why she disappear off the face of the earth like that?
No, she's been here for the last few episodes. She's been here.
What?
Yeah, she was here.
Yeah, while you were gone.
Yeah, while you were gone, she was here. She was here.
Okay.
She wasn't here last episode, but she was here the last two before that.
Right.
Yeah, she was here.
Well, I hope she heard me.
Pooh, go ahead, because I know you wanted to chime in. You had your hand up, bro.
No, because I'm looking at the chat on my end, so I'm letting them know, like, all right, look, yo, I'm gonna be chatting on your side, I'm chatting on my side.
Can they hear us?
Yes, they can hear you.
Yeah, what I need you to do.
Hey, what's up, Pooh's crowd? How you guys doing? What's
up? Why you wave at them like just some little kids or some shit? Why you looking at them?
Listening. I gotta be aware of everybody, not just our audience, but also Pooh's audience.
Pooh, what I need you to do, send me the link to your thing so I can see the chat over there too, so I can acknowledge them.
I did.
That link is to my channel. That's why I was asking.
I thought I gave you the link.
That link goes straight to mine. That's why I was asking.
Oh, damn. That's an L. Yeah, I'll take that one personally.
That's the second L tonight, Pooh.
Pooh is like the league leader. Pooh is like the league leader in L.
Shut the fuck
per
up.
game.
Oh, here we go.
Right.
Leave me alone, damn it.
You're here.
You and Pelican Man was going neck and neck for that scoring title, and then
neck and neck.
What is going on today?
No.
What the fuck?
I just said that. Jesus Christ, dog.
Neck and neck. I didn't even think about it There's way too many like phrases that have
some
like,
bad innuendo.
No, we have probably two of the fastest witted people in this.
Bad innuendo.
No,
I'm not one of them. I swear.
And don't have any boundaries when it comes to.
Choco said yes. She can hear you loud and clear. By the way.
All right, cool.
Preliminary made his arrival by laughing.
Oh
no, he was already.
Jesus Christ, yo.
Well, he came back. That's an L for me. I'll take that. I put an L for myself in the chat.
There you go.
The sun shines on the dog's ass some days. Shit. Good. I'll put an L for myself in the chat. It got to be one, right?
I don't even like.
Well, you got two in your name anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true. Jokes. Those are the only two I ever hold.
Okay.
Yeah, just two.
So what's on TV right now?
Right now they're just somebody singing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We know who it isn't.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
You know who it isn't? Yeah, it ain't me.
All right. Who?
Yes.
Which one is Choco? I haven't talked to Choco in a while. How you doing? Which one is Choco?
Choco is
Wait a minute, it
Lorelli
sound like
Yancera.
Oh, you're Lorelli? Okay.
Yeah, I thought he said chokehold. I was like, what?
I'll put-
It's like we doing like what
So I just turned into Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Then I'll
Samoa Joe.
What's
Nah,
going on,
you ain't
Lorelli?
good.
Good to see. I haven't spoken to Choco in a while since I've been over there on Twitch. That's why I was asking. It's been a minute. So,
there it is.
Yeah. She doing good.
yeah. That's
I was
what's
about
up.
to say, nah, you ain't Samoa Joe because you're not unemployed. At least you have some source of income
Shit.
coming in somewhere.
Well, that and
Samoa Joe's sitting his ass at home right now.
All right, let's jump to Aaron Rodgers real quick. Bills, I know you had a lot to say about Aaron Rodgers. What is your take on that whole situation?
Oh, well, I hate being that guy, but shit, we got to give the podcast credit, because nobody else is going to give us credit.
This was when we did the draft last time when Jordan Love was actually picked. Yeah, when Jordan Love was actually picked, we talked about this.
It happened.
And then, oh, go ahead.
Pooh, you was here, wasn't you?
Yes, I was here.
Okay.
It happened with the Eagles, with Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts. Now it's happening with the Packers. Why the fuck would you sit up there and pick a quarterback? I just don't.
I remember the look on all of our faces when they said Jordan Love, and we were like what?
What?
First round pick. That was a first round pick.
You what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, he was like, this is gonna cause problems. Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna be holding nobody's hand.
Right.
And what happens now? He wants out. Now, I know y'all saw the last tweet because DJ said he saw it.
Yeah.
For anybody in the chat that hasn't been keeping up with this situation, yeah. So basically, Aaron Rodgers has been trying to get an extension with the team. They said they were going to trade him in the offseason, then they backed off. He's been trying to negotiate an extension with them. They said they didn't want to give him an extension. They wanted to restructure his contract.
Mm-hmm.
He said no. So then, basically, after that, they came back and offered him an extension, and he's like, nah, fuck that. That was the first part of this discussion was me with an extension. Y'all acted like you were sold on me. Now you're not. You want to restructure my deal. Fuck that. No. And that's where we are now. So apparently, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there now. He's told several people in the organization we're hearing. There was news, I think, yesterday that said the 49ers basically offered fucking anybody for Aaron Rodgers. Like, just take your pick. Plus the third pick. They said no. One of the dumbest moves I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like the Packers are smoking dope. They're on crack for not taking that pick. I mean, that was perfect for them.
If you know what your relationship is with Aaron Rodgers as we stand,
That makes it worse.
That makes it worse.
It's one thing not to know, like, okay, you want our guy. We don't know. I mean, our situation, as far as we know, is still good. No, we don't want to trade him. I kind of get it, but you know it's rocky and you still say no? I don't know.
And the thing is, I think Aaron Rodgers is just insulted because they said they were going to trade him. Then they backed off. And they had this so-called united front in the media saying, no, we want Aaron Rodgers here. And then we hear about this trade after the fact, and it's like, well, we're on bad terms, bro. You're supposed to be trying to trade me. And he finds out what they didn't give up. It's like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, yo, like, y'all are either the most incompetent organization in the history of life, or you're holding on to him literally to, at this point, sell tickets, give the fans some false hope that you're going to win.
Bro, do you realize what all they could have done with all those picks? I'm just guessing. Let's be hypothetical. They would have gave up the number 3. They probably would have gave up the second round this year and probably the first round next year. Or they would have probably gave up the first, second, maybe third and fourth this year and second next year. I mean, you could have got so many good quality players with that pick to surround Jordan Love with.
They would have had the third pick.
That too. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even mention that. That's what I'm saying. Right.
They would have been able to, because see, at this point, and that's what would have made it even more interesting is, now you're not in a position to take a quarterback. You want Jordan Love as your quarterback, as far as we can see, right? Because, we don't know, but all indications are you want Jordan Love as your quarterback. That's why you say you're going to trade Aaron Rodgers in the offseason. So if that's the case, then you muddy the waters. You might take a Kyle Pitts. You might take a receiver there. You might take a lineman there because your all-pro offensive lineman got hurt.
Anything they would have picked up was house money. Anything they would have picked would have been good money. They would have been straight.
How do you not take that trade, especially now that we know all of this infighting that was happening this entire time? You know the position that you're in with Aaron Rodgers, and you still decline that trade? How do you think he feels on the other side? First, you say you're going to trade me because I asked for an extension, and you're like, nah. Then you back off. You say, no, you're not going to trade me anymore. You want to restructure my deal and keep me here in a losing situation. Not losing, but come on. They're not going to go to Super Bowl. Then you come back after the fact and say, okay, yeah, sign the extension because we pissed you off. And then that declining of the trade. DJ, what are your thoughts?
It's funny. Literally, one half versus the other. In Houston, they went ahead and lowered that man's trade value to the point where he may not even play football anymore. Green Bay does the exact opposite and bungles this whole situation. Not even giving himself time to do anything screwy with Aaron Rodgers other than, just mishandle this thing. It's like you have Houston North, Houston South. Like, what the hell?
So here's my question. Because go ahead, VF.
No, I'm just guessing. There will never get an offer like that for Aaron Rodgers again. Because even after this year, he's playing. Let's say if he played at an MVP level, everything was straight. He played the entire season. His age alone they would have never given him a number 3 pick overall. Nobody will. They will not get a top 10 trade offer for him after this year because he's just too old at this point.
After this year, no.
How old is Rodgers?
I think. Go ahead.
38.
38? Okay.
Yeah, 30. They're not going to get a top 10 pick for him. I don't care if he throws for 50 and 10. He's just too old.
I'll say this. I agree with you after this season, but tonight their phone's going to be ringing off the hook.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, hell yeah. Because you can make the case. You could possibly, and it's hard to do because the 49ers are stacked. The only thing they're missing is a quarterback. You can make the case that the Packers could have robbed the 49ers tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You can make that case because even though the 49ers are loaded, what you're getting on the other end of the spectrum for the Packers, you could get maybe 3, maybe 4 players that could be anchors to your team for the next 10 years. And I think that's more valuable than having Aaron Rodgers go to the NFC Championship again.
Now, here's something else to consider. We were making fun of Houston for a long time. Pretty much.
Yes, babe.
All last year, right?
Oh.
In retrospect, now obviously they're pieces of shit for what they're doing to Deshaun Watson, but all that aside, what they've done outside of Deshaun Watson, as far as putting a team together in the offseason, right now, the Packers are looking like the dumbest organization in football.
Yeah, I agree. Because, see, the thing is, Bills, the Texans look dumb, but we know they had a motive.
Right.
The Packers just look dumb because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And we also knew for a fact, and they did too, Deshaun Watson was not going to play another game for them.
Right.
The Packers have not come to grips with the fact.
So basically, the Texans was being smart asses, or they were trying to outsmart themselves, and they end up looking stupid by trying to sabotage the entire situation. The Packers are just like, all right, are we drafting for a tennis player, or are we trading somebody for soccer? Like, yo, this is football. You got a great offer on the table. What are you doing? It's ridiculous. I don't get it.
And here's what's worse about this. It makes me look like an asshole, but at the same time it doesn't, because I remember saying when they were like, give the ball to Aaron Rodgers on 4th down. You know what they're probably thinking? We gave the ball to Aaron Rodgers in that game 3 times in a row, off of turnovers, short fields, and he didn't score.
Right.
Now they're asking him to restructure his deal after an MVP season. That game, to me, is probably sticking out to them more than anything. That was the closest they were going to get to a Super Bowl with him as quarterback. in a team as it is constructed today, that was as close as they were going to get.
That's why I say when
It's
you
like
know, and
crazy.
me and you talked about this. We talked about this after they lost to Tampa Bay. You've been hitting this ceiling of the NFC Championship, or you're getting really close to winning the divisional playoffs for like 3-4 years. This is not working. Why don't you try to, I ain't gonna say necessarily destroy and rebuild, or at least retool some things. And in some cases, Aaron Rodgers could be one of those factors that could be, a part of the retooling where you remove him and put another quarterback in. That's why Jordan Love, we thought that's why he was being drafted. So even with that being said, Jordan Love's being drafted for the same exact situation that just happened today for the 49ers to try to get him. You'd already had your quarterback of the future. You're getting a number 3 pick where basically you don't even need to use that for a quarterback. You could have used that for anything else that would have helped your team, plus other picks. I'm pretty sure they would have got probably about 4 or 5 more picks for Aaron Rodgers. Because right now, isn't he the reigning MVP?
Yes.
He won the last year,
Yes,
didn't
he did. Yes, he did win the MVP. I also have a question.
If he was the
Where-
reigning MVP, that just adds more value to his trade this year. They'll
Where's
never
he
get
going?
that again.
Where's he going? Where's he going? That's the
Who?
biggest question. Who is going to make that jump? Be like, all right, let's
We
go
might
ahead
see
and
tonight.
actually trade for Aaron Rodgers.
We might.
It might be nice, but here's the thing, though.
But you just asking for a specific team, though.
Yes, I'm asking for
Yeah.
a specific team.
If
Who the hell
I think the Niners are perfect for it, but outside of that, I can't really think of another team because every team kind of got their quarterback that they want. Not the quarterback that they need to win, but the quarterback that these teams want.
I want to see Denver. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to
I
see
got one for
Denver.
y'all.
Yeah,
I got
but-
one for y'all.
But
I got one
Because
for
I
y'all.
want to see.
Hold
Because
on.
I want to see Rodgers
Hold
versus
on.
Mahomes twice a year. I got to see that.
Ooh, I got one for y'all. I got one for you right now.
Go ahead.
The Falcons have the number 4 pick.
No fucking way. No fucking
No,
way.
hold on.
No, because I already
The
heard.
Falcons-
I already heard stupid Falcon fans call in on the radio show today.
The
Go ahead.
Falcons have the number 4 pick in Julio Jones.
Nah.
This is plausible. Look, I'm just saying, if you're not gonna get the number 3 pick from the Niners, number 4 pick isn't falling that far back.
But what about Matt Ryan though? They
What
going
about that, Ryan? Bro, he's gone.
They gonna throw him
He's
in there?
gone. He's
They gonna throw him
gone,
in?
bro.
Oh, he gone? That's it.
Yeah.
No,
but-
they're
but-
probably just gonna release him in the offseason or something.
No,
One
they
problem-
they
one-
restructured his contract. He's gonna be there for the next 2 years.
One problem that
What?
blows this whole up. So you're gonna get rid of possibly Aaron Rodgers' number 1 target. That if you would have just did like draft picks and stuff like that, would have had Julio Jones and Aaron Rodgers on the same team.
I'm
Well,
gonna
they
Now
don't.
you're sending
but I'm gonna tell you this. No, I'm gonna tell you this,
to
DJ.
Green Bay.
I'm gonna-
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
With the 4th
I'ma
pick,
give you
they
some-
don't have
I'ma-
to get rid of Julio.
No, I'm gonna give you some
Well,
insight.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Don't
give you
put
some
him in there.
insight of what's going on in Atlanta. Julio's going to be gone. Julio has to go. They're going to get rid of Julio probably tonight or by June 1st because his contract is so big. The Falcons cannot sign
you
any
talked
of their
about-
draft
yeah.
picks.
Yeah,
So
well,
he's already gone. I don't think they're going to trade him for another quarterback because they restructured Matt Ryan's contract just to try to continue to sign more free agents that they sign and the draft picks. Now, what I will say is this: the Falcons already see Calvin Ridley as a number 1. So, like, I'm surprised nobody has talked about this. But I think the writing was kind of on the wall when they said Julio is one of the guys that's probably going to end up getting traded because I don't think they can restructure his contract because he's due 15.3 for the next 3 years. I think they're going to end up getting rid of him because they can't sign none of the anybody who gets drafted tonight. They can't sign him because they're that close to the draft. They're close to the salary cap. Julio's the only casualty that they're going to have to get rid of to sign everybody. So he's going to be gone. The other problem to that is, if they trade him tonight or before June 1st, it's going to go against the salary cap of the current year. It's not going to help their salary cap issues for the upcoming season. That's why I say he's going to be going by June 1st.
Well, the Broncos are the only other team in the top 10 that I see taking a quarterback or needing a quarterback, so they'd be the only other team which y'all brought up. That'd be interesting. Outside of the top 10, I don't think Green Bay even entertains that situation if it's strictly for a pick. So Denver will probably be the only other chance.
Bills.
I think he'll get traded later on.
Bills Hood Nerd says that he believes the Hoodie and A-Rod will be together. What you think?
Well, that report just came out talking about the Packers are now open to the reality that they're going to have to trade him, and an AFC team is more likely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's just like the same thing with Julio. When I was talking about Julio, they're trying to get him out of the NFC in general. That's why the Ravens came up. I think the Raiders came up as well. Hell, I thought the Raiders came up in the not Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to the Raiders. So
well, here's
it's
the thing.
okay.
Rodgers on the Patriots, he's going to a worse situation than he is on the Packers. They're not even as good as the Packers are right now.
True.
They have an all-pro receiver. They have an all-pro running back. They have a great defense. They have a decent offensive coach. If you go to the Patriots, you have lesser targets as far as the ability of them. You have a defense that is, they're going to trade Stephon Gilmore. So the Patriots are in this rebuilding phase. I don't see Aaron Rodgers really fitting in very well there. I mean, you have a 2-year window at that point, and I don't think they're good enough to even look at it as a 2-year window for a championship. I don't think the Patriots are there yet. You have to see how all these pieces fit in. They picked a lot of very, like I said on the podcast, they overpaid a lot of average players. That's what they basically did. They came and tried to make a so-called splash in free agency, but it was a typical Bill Belichick splash where he picks out the wrong players, but he actually overpaid them this time instead of underpaid them. So for me, Aaron Rodgers going to the Patriots, would it make me watch the Patriots again? Of course, it's Aaron Rodgers. But am I going to have these high expectations now?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We got what about? Okay, DJ, what you about to say?
I was going to say, I see one scenario. This is a wacky scenario. I deal with the fringe a lot, but I don't see it where there couldn't be a possibility where a 1-for-1 trade happens between the two disgruntled quarterbacks between Houston and Green Bay. Now, the thing is, Houston doesn't have any assets draft picks wise. They don't pick into the 3rd round anyway, so they're not even going to show up tonight.
So it has to be a 1-for-1. Yeah, it has to be a 1-for-1. Yeah.
It's kind of like a scenario like, hey, send them to Houston. We get Deshaun Watson, and then watch the lawsuit go away too, if that would happen.
Right.
Sorry about that. I just shut my windows.
The only reason why I say they won't do that is because of Jordan Love. But I other than that, it makes sense. To be honest, you have a young quarterback that's willing to pretty much as far as the skill set is about the same of Aaron Rodgers, if not better. Aaron Rodgers got the arm, but what's his name? Deshaun Watson he can run. So you almost like gotta, almost can use the same playbook and do the same things that you want to do. But if it wasn't for Jordan Love, I would say yes.
Man, I'm just trying to up the quota of black quarterbacks in Wisconsin.
We saw the comment about AFC being more likely. My mind immediately goes to what teams in AFC need quarterbacks.
He said the Jaguars take more than 3 seconds to pick a player.
Denver, technically, right?
They just traded for one.
Me and VF feel differently, but Denver technically.
No. Denver. I can see Aaron Rodgers going to Denver because this whole Drew Lock situation is jacked up.
Yeah, but they just traded for.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say the whole situation is jacked up because of.
Are we saying that John Elway doesn't like black quarterbacks?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the way that they're treating. I'm just saying the way they're treating the quarterback situation is like. Why is like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers will fit the team, but the way they're doing Drew Lock and everything, I don't think it helps anything. So they need him. They could use him, but I think him could go. He can go there. The Raiders is another one because they don't have any confidence in Derek Carr anymore. What other AFC team I can think of? I think those probably
the Raiders would be like the fucking Packers of the West.
That's all I could think of is really just those two teams.
Yeah, I'm just thinking any other AFC team. I can't think.
That's what I'm saying. Most of the AFC teams have either drafted quarterbacks in the past couple of years that they really believe in, or it's a situation where they just traded for one, like the Broncos, or it's a situation like the Patriots where it just logically doesn't make sense as far as the pieces. Now, look, if you're the Packers and you get Stephon Gilmore back, then you're playing with house money.
3 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
We're about to jump on over here. We're gonna start the draft in a second. They're gonna be 3 minutes until they start. We'll still be talking or whatever, and when the draft picks come across,
if you're the
we'll talk about
Packers
it.
and you want to trade, if you're the Packers and you want to trade Aaron Rodgers, the first thing you're saying to the Patriots is Stephon Gilmore, no deal. Period.
Wait, yeah.
You get Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers get Stephon Gilmore and no less than a second round pick.
If I'm the Packers, I'm starting with Stephon Gilmore because make no mistake about it.
No, I'm with you on that, but I'm just saying
Rodgers.
I don't think it's fair to do a 1-to-1 between those two. So they got to put at least one pick in there.
But that's what I'm saying. You start with Stephon Gilmore, and then you start to talk about. But it's Stephon Gilmore. We agree on that. Okay, then we can talk. If you're not immediately saying Stephon Gilmore's coming in this trade regardless, then we're not talking. He's the second or third best quarterback in the league. There's no discussion if you're the Packers,
Right?
Because the thing is, depending on what you put around Jordan Love or whatever quarterback you plan on having, like I said, that team is built pretty well. But Aaron Rodgers seems to, for some reason, be the issue there without technically being the issue. It's like him and LaFleur have this thing going on where they just don't really mesh. And quite frankly, the play calling seems to get wonky in big games with Aaron Rodgers, and that was with McCarthy and now with LaFleur. So it's like a weird dynamic where I don't know, bro. It's so weird. It's like, do I think the Packers are better as they are without Aaron Rodgers? Like, if you take Aaron Rodgers out and literally have Jordan Love slide in? Nah, I don't. But at the same time, they might play better in spurts.
I want y'all to for everybody to get a heads up. Please be advised that we are going to be obviously on a delay because we're live. So I don't have a problem with people putting the picks in the chat or whatever because we're going to get them at the same time you guys get it. It's just that when we say something, it's going to be maybe 30 seconds to 40 seconds behind when you see it on the screen. But I do appreciate y'all hanging out with us. But it's going to be a slight delay because we're live streaming and the live stream is always behind.
If it's all right to plug myself for a minute.
No, go ahead. You good.
The only time you probably will not be in a delay is if you're on my channel on the Glimmers channel. On the Glimmers channel, that will probably be the only time you will not be having.
Yeah, because see that you know what and Twitch does do a good job for 1-to-1. They do a pretty good job, but I will give credit for that. They do
Who
that.
the fuck dug Kid Cudi up for this? What the fuck?
Huh?
Talking about the person that was singing.
They dug Kid Cudi up to narrate this shit?
Oh, okay.
It said Kid Cudi, narrated by Kid Cudi.
Oh boy.
Cleveland native or whatever the hell.
I'm gonna go ahead and promote that out too, by the way, while I'm at it. I'm just sending a link down. So in case y'all want quick shit to hear, y'all have
Kid Cooties fucking doing this shit.
My man, I got one person who a Packers fan. He's talking about I'm not buying it. It's dead ass bullshit. Like that.
Okay. No.
This man is in denial. I'm loving it.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I have a question for him because a Packers fan told me that the reports that were bullshit were the ones that involved Aaron Rodgers not wanting a trade. So which one is it?
That's what I saw. I'm like, which one is it? He's trying to believe I feel like for him, he's just trying to believe it to where it's not coming true.
They don't believe in a united front, Pooh. They don't believe in a united front coming out and telling the media we're behind Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback. How many times have we heard that? We heard Boogie Cousins in the morning wasn't getting traded, and by the afternoon, his ass was traded from Sacramento.
Yep.
I'm not believing anything I hear from teams in the media. That shit doesn't mean anything.
Even the other thing, even when John Wall got traded, they literally asked him, did he want out of DC? He was like, no. And then he's gone.
James Harden in the offseason, up until the season was about to start, pretty much, I'm Houston till the day I die. And then all of a sudden, he's not showing up to camp.
All right, draft is on. So let me.
Now the draft is on. I'm watching it on ESPN. I have the ticket.
What's the rush on the network?
They're actually simulcasting. And NFL Network is simulcasting on ESPN.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
This is the first year in a long time.
He said in HD.
No, I said ABC, but yeah, pretty much they are gonna do it in HD, of course.
This is the first year in a long time that Cleveland hasn't had a relevant draft pick.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I know, but that's a good
They
thing.
don't have
Though.
a relevant draft pick.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's awesome.
It's been a while. It is great, but I mean, it's been a while.
So since we're in the draft session of the podcast, you're gonna see a whole bunch of us kick back now.
Pretty much, yeah, looking the opposite way.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
They said the
Justin
Seahawks
Fields
had
sitting
the
here waiting to
fewest-
drop to number 10. Let me stop.
The Saints would gladly take Aaron Rodgers, Joe Namath. If you don't stop,
Y'all wanna
ahead.
y'all wanna risk it?
What?
I'm already.
No.
Can I hear it?
No.
Can I hear that?
Here,
No. I mean, don't do that. Don't put on the audio. Just having this up with the ticker. Just having this up with the tickers is bad enough.
Yeah.
We're already pushing that as a
Trey
bit.
Lance shouldn't get drafted strictly based on that hairstyle. What the fuck is that hair?
Who said that? That's racist. What you mean? Guys can't get a job because of their hairstyle?
Mac
Hey,
Jones.
man, hold up.
Mac
This
Jones.
is
He
what
should
I'm
be
saying.
drafted
Black
because he
people
got a
aren't the
DUI.
only people that can have hairstyles. Where do you
Mac
think the
Jones-
Mohawk came from? Oh,
Mac
this
Jones
Native
should not be
American.
drafted just off the fact that he had a DUI. I'm good.
Oh, come on. Let's-
Since we're going that route.
We're gonna
Mac
slander
Jones should be
all the
drafted
draft
big.
picks?
Mac Jones shouldn't be drafted based on the fact
Like
that
Trey
he can't
Lance
move.
is a devil worshiper. Don't draft him.
Oh god.
King David said no audio. So
I know. That's why I'm about to mess with him now. A matter of fact, it's good to see King David around, man. Good to
But
see
he got
King
Booker
David.
up there.
Good to see King
Yeah,
David.
Booker up
Hood
Said looks like
Hood Sports Rapping Game. Hey, if you guys want to go check out a Hood Nerd Sports Rapping Gaming channel, it's a little different from what we do over here. He talks about more social issues. He does a pretty good job at it. You guys need to go check out his channel like as soon as possible. It may be not your cup of tea, but you may can learn something. So go over there and check out his channel. I really I recommend it.
He said Mel Kiper's from Compton. I don't care where he's from.
I don't give a fuck where Mel Kiper is from.
Mel Kiper's from
Mel
Compton.
Kiper is from the planet of dipshit. That's where
What's
he's
up,
from. Looking
Oh.
like a fake ass.
Remember that one Indianapolis Colts front office person had said something bad. This was like the 93, 94 draft where he was
Ursay?
like, it looked like it may have been Ursay, whoever it was, but he was just like, who is Mel Kiper? Who's this person that never coached the game in his life, never played the game in his life, blah, blah, blah. It just went in on Mel
Oh,
Kiper.
also to be mindful that we do have a Jaguars fan in here. Believe it or not.
Boo!
King David is a Jaguars fan, so they're about to get their quarterback.
I swear to God, Jaguars, if you take a whole minute, I'm gonna.
Well, they are.
The number one pick. The
Don't they?
Jaguars
They
are
always
traded
do that though. They always do that.
Why? We know who the hell it is. Why the hell would
with
you
the
take
number
a
one
full
pick.
minute?
No, but they,
Here's
DJ,
the
I mean, I know you know for certain. Like they always do that every year. They everybody
They
knows.
keep people watching.
Yeah, they know. Everybody knows who they're going to pick, but they wait till like
Well,
it'd be like 2
technically
minutes
they're
left.
not on the clock yet, though. So
Oh,
it hasn't.
No, they're on the clock.
No.
Remember-
They're on the clock. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the clock.
I thought
They're on the clock.
Goodell didn't come out and announce the draft was open. He has to come out and do that.
Well, that is
The
true.
draft
That is
open.
true. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
also looking at it on my phone, and it says on the phone it says they're on the clock. That's why.
Well, 8:00 isn't always the start. Like even though it says.
Well,
it
shit,
starts
but I
at
mean,
8,
but I mean, let's
there's
be honest.
always-
But let's be honest, the Jaguars, they've been on the clock since what they known they had the first pick.
He said he's gonna wait till
been on the clock
9:04 to
for the
take
last
the pick.
5 years.
He said he's gonna wait till
Yeah,
9:04 to
they're
take
trying
the
to play
pick.
this like the last 5 minutes of an NBA game.
Let's throw a wrench in a situation. What if they turn around and they pick somebody like Mac Jones or something like that? What if they pick like Zach Wilson or Justin Fields?
That would be. Let me tell you something. If they don't pick Trevor Lawrence
Damn,
for the
she
first
It'd be a
breathing
nuke.
heavy
that
in
would be the
man.
biggest surprise in the history of the draft.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if they
Oh.
what if they do something crazy like pick Micah Parsons or some shit?
What?
Oh hell
No.
no!
Oh no!
That'd be like
that-
Anthony Bennett.
You're right.
Has there ever been a top 5 draft like that?
Not in the
That was just
NFL,
a
no.
massive
I can't.
surprise.
NFL seems pretty
I think-
straightforward.
Yeah, it's
most
been pretty.
times.
I think the
I
only
think-
surprise that I remember is when the Chargers picked up Eli, because we all know that he didn't want to. It was kind of the other way around, because it wasn't. We knew that Eli did not want to go anywhere but the Giants, But that's
We
probably
also
the
got-
closest thing I
to be
remember.
fair,
We also got to look
Go
at
ahead, DJ.
2012. Not everyone was thinking Andrew Luck was going to be number one.
No, I know what it was.
well,
When
but
Cleveland-
those-
Robert Griffin?
I
Yeah.
said
no,
not everybody.
When Cleveland passed on Carson Wentz, that was it. That
you
was
mean
that.
the year Baker got drafted, right?
No, Wentz got who?
Well,
who-
the year Baker got drafted was the biggest surprise to me because Baker became the first pick to people like literally the day of. All of a sudden, you heard Baker.
right,
Before
right,
that, the
right.
other quarterbacks in that draft were going to be the number one picks. All of a sudden, it's Baker. But where the
Right.
fuck did Baker come from? After he stunk up that playoff game,
Yeah,
everybody started talking about Baker, and then all of a sudden he rose to the number one pick. That shit didn't make any sense either.
yeah. I think that was the last one that was a surprise when Carson Wentz got passed over by Cleveland. That's probably the
Oh.
last one that was out of whack.
Oh, not
I think the
Goff.
reason.
Who did take that year?
Actually, no. What happened with that was it was before that, I believe, when Eagles made that trade. They gave up all those picks to get Carson Wentz, just like how the
That's
Rams
right.
did it.
Oh yeah, because they
Oh,
moved
right,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, they did. And
Right.
they moved up. That's right. That's what
Right,
happened.
that's
My
what
bad.
happened. Yeah.
So what was one that happened where everybody thought it was going to be one way and it ended up something else? Because it happens in, like Bill said, it happens in basketball a lot.
Baker
Like-
Mayfield was the first pick that year, and Saquon went second. Sam Darnold went third. Remember, people were talking about Darnold was going to be first. And
Yeah,
there were other people that were talking about Rosen being top 5. He fell all the way to
he went to
10.
10. But you know
Hey,
what?
yeah,
But those first 3 picks right there, I get it, but it wasn't that big of a, oh shit, this happened type deal. But it was
Well,
like,
Cleveland taking Denzel Ward fourth was a surprise because we thought they were taking a quarterback.
now that
But
was a
then
surprise.
They took
That was a
Baker
solid
first.
pick, though.
We thought Saquon was going first, right? They said Saquon for the longest time was going to be the first pick.
I can't remember who was going to be first, but for Baker be picked over Sam Darnold, I ain't gonna say he was almost splitting hairs, but Sam Darnold just didn't prove himself to be who he was, so it was almost like splitting hairs between the two. That's how
Well, I
I
haven't
looked
watched
at it.
USC. When he played at USC, I kind of already knew that Darnold was going to be a bit of a turnover machine.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, my wife's grandmother, she said the same thing because she's deep. She liked football as well, and my wife's cousin Josh Nurse, he played at Utah, so she used to go to the games out there, and she went to the game when they played USC, and she was like, it's something about him that he's not going to be, he shouldn't be picked as high as he is because of the fact, like you said, the turnover machine, but it doesn't mean he's not going to be a good quarterback in NFL. I just don't think she was like, she didn't think he would have been top 5. That's the way she was looking at it.
Go ahead.
I don't know, Pooh, you saw it in your chat. Do we want to answer this question? This is coming out of Pooh's chat. Maya C, maybe I'm saying
Mama
his name.
Jack. Okay. I
Mama
see
Jack.
it.
Okay, yeah. He
Mama
says
Jack.
we all know who the top 5 is going to be, right?
No.
I mean, I know. I can. I mean, like we
Who
can
the
pretty much tell you who
top
the
5
top
pick
3 or
is.
top 4 is going to be.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know who- I don't-
Now,
Yeah, because at this point, I don't know who the hell the Jets are picking. They say Zach Wilson. I'm not 100% sure, and I damn sure don't know who the 49ers are getting now.
And I don't know who the Bengals
that's
are
what I'm
getting.
saying. Bro, the third pick could be Aaron Rodgers getting traded there.
Right.
The Falcons could be Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That was my bold prediction.
There's a
So
ton
that-
of trade potential in that top 5.